What's up, guys? We're gonna do a tutorial on, we're gonna do actually two tutorials. We'll do both of them together. We're gonna pull the mirror off of a 2006 to 2011 Honda Civic four-door sedan. Most likely it'd be the same on a two-door coupe. So we're gonna start by pulling the panel off and going out and getting to the mirror, because you have to remove the inner panel, the door panel. If you just want to remove just the door panel, you don't have to go through all the other steps to the rest of the mirror. You can watch maybe the other tutorial or this half of the tutorial on just the door panel, and then you can put the panel back on if that's what you're just doing. But if you're going to the mirror, we're going to show you how to get to the mirror on this car. Alright, the tools you'll need to do this job is your standard Phillips screwdriver, flat screwdriver, a ratchet, a 10mm socket, and about a 6-inch extension. Alright, your first step, once you get to the door, the first step is we're going to remove this switch right here. And so there's nothing actually holding it on. There's a clip right here. It's like a pressure clip on the inside that holds that down into it. We need to pull that out. So usually I like to get my thumbs, both of them right here, and kind of just pry up until I hear a pop. And then maybe grab into here, pull up on it, and then you got to slide it back out this way. And the reason why you slide it, as I'll show you, is if you see here, this actual clip slides into the panel, and this part actually clips down into the spot where it needs to clip down into. So what you're doing is we're removing it from the back first and then sliding it out this way so it doesn't break the front clip. And so that's how you get this thing out. You'll see on the back there's two plugs. Go ahead and start to remove those. Show you how to remove those. First one you want to get to is this white one over here. It's for the mirror. If you look right here, a little tab you push down on. You push down on that tab and just pull straight out. Just a little tab right here. And it's the same on this other one back here, big gray one. See this tab right here? You push down on it, just pull straight back. That's how you remove that. Alright, your next step is, after you get that switch pulled out, you'll see that there's a Phillips screw right in there. So you grab your screwdriver and go ahead and just back that screw out. And this is really the only screw that's on the panel other than the one on the door handle, which will be the next step. But it's really just this one screw, and just back that out. Your next step is to come up by the door handle, and you'll see that there's a little black cover covering the mounting screws, and there's a little tab right here. What you need to do is just push that tab over and pry this little cover off, and it comes out, and that opens up the mounting screws you need to get to. So remove that. Your next step is, you see here is a Phillips screw, and you see here is a clip, and the screw is the one we need to remove, and the clip, all you do is push it in, push in the center of that clip, and it'll actually, you know, take the tension off of it that's holding. So first thing you do is just go ahead and remove this screw. And it's totally different than that other screw we pulled out, so you don't have to worry about mixing it up. This one's actually short, usually black in color. Put that aside. And then what you have now is this clip in here. You just push the center of it in, and it should go in just a little bit, and that's pretty much it. You can now pull it out with your flat screwdriver. Go ahead and grab your flat screwdriver, and you're gonna have to kind of pry this thing out a little bit. Sometimes it's tricky. If you have a smaller screwdriver or something else you can get in there with a hook, it might be easier, but this is what this clip looks like. See the center of it right there? it's in there flush like that. So all you do is you push the center in, and that will actually make the clip, take the tension off the clip so it doesn't hold anything anymore. And so that's the thing you need to remove. So you just remove the screw in this, and that's all that really mounts, that's holding this thing onto the door. The rest are pressure clips, and that'll be in the next step. After you get these 2 screws out of the handle and that one in the center by the switch, what you need to do now is kind of grab the panel over here by the speaker. Grab the panel here and kind of just pull back on it, because there's just clips all along the panel holding it onto the door. Don't pull out too far, you'll end up breaking it, but just as soon as you hear a little pop, that means it's unmounted, see? And there should be one more, there we go. And once you got all those out, and it should do this, you got the panel unmounted. We're gonna pull it up from the back side, and then there's a few cables hooked up onto this and this one on the handle. So be careful, don't pull the panel too far back, because you can break those cables. So we're gonna remove the panel slowly, and then I'll show you from the back side how to remove those cables without breaking them. All right, once you got all those clips out of this panel and it swings back and forth, what you want to do is grab towards the outside where the door is ending away from the car, and pull straight up on that corner and follow all the way through until you get the panel out. And why I do that is because if you see this lip right here, the panel actually lips over that spot and goes right here. So you have to actually pull up on this side and follow it all the way through to here. If you start from this side, it's harder. It's usually the best from this back corner. And then just pull it back slightly. Angle it about like this so you can get the cables off. All right, you grab the panel up to about here, and you see these 2 cables. These are the 2 cables that we're gonna pull off. First thing you'll want to do is, you see this white clip here. You want to push this straight down. It's a little like a lever, I guess. I don't know. It's a safety clip or something that holds it down. I don't know what to call it, but just slide that thing down. It'll swing open, and you can grab your flat screwdriver and put it underneath the cable and pry it out of its spot. See this little C cutout right here? That's where that cable needs to be in, and this holds it down so it doesn't come out of that spot. So swing that open, and then just pry that up out of that spot, and you'll have it now this way. You'll have it almost taken out all the way. There's another one right here. You see this black one? Might be kind of hard to see, but swing that one open the same way you swung that first white one. It's the same type of safety clipper or whatever you want to call it. Just swing that open, pull the cable right out of its spot, and that's how you unmount the first cable. And so same deal there. Once we're done with that one, we're on to the second clip. Now this one's a little more tricky. Now if you can see right here, point with the screwdriver, if you can see right here, there's a little tab, black tab from the handle that comes down and actually holds this clip down. What you want to do is get your screwdriver in there and just pry it out until it pops open. That was pretty quick, but let's see if I can show you how to do this. This clip right here, you push it back, so you heard that little click? It clicks right here. See this little black tab? So you got to get your screwdriver in there and pry this white part that swings out of there, and then this thing will just come out. And then the same thing over here. Right here is that swinging type of clip. Just pry that out, pull that out of its spot. That's how you get rid of both of those clips, and then you got your whole panel off. That's how you remove the panel. Your next step is, you see this white plastic bag? We need to get rid of, well, we need to move some of it out of the way. First step is to get your flat screwdriver and pry this little black circle thing out. Just get underneath it and just kind of play with it until it comes out. It looks like that. There's another one over here. We need to remove that one. And you go ahead and just, same thing there. Play with it until it comes out. Pop those two out. Once you got those out, you can grab the actual bag. You'll see this sticky stuff all over it. And it's pretty nasty, so don't get it on your fingers. Just peel it back just about there. Move it out of your way so it doesn't get on any of your stuff. And then you'll see one more of those black circle plugs. Need to remove that as well. 3 in total. Just get your flat screwdriver in there and just play with it till it comes out. This one's got a lot of black gunk on it. And that's the end of this step. We'll go on from here. Now what you want to do here is, here's the actual plug that holds, this is the plug for the mirror. So you go ahead and push that gray tab down and just wiggle it out and unplug it. And you can bring it down here and you'll see this guy here. You just squeeze the ends of it, squeeze the little tabs on both sides and push it straight through the door. And there you go. And that unmounts the wire from the door. All is left are the 3 mounting screws on the mirror, which will access through these 3 holes. And if you look in there, you'll see there's 3 mounting screws we gotta get with 10mm. Alright, so once you get the plug unplugged, you can see the 3 mounting screws in here. You get your 10mm socket, your ratchet, your extension, and go ahead and just back them out. You can back them out one by one. Each hole here accesses one of the screws. So once you got that bottom one out, you go ahead and get to this one here. Pretty simple. Back that screw out. You drop the bolt, we'll grab it later. And one more at the very side. Go ahead and back that out. $10mm nuts, and you've unmounted the mirror. Alright, now once you got the 3 mounting screws out, you can go ahead and just wiggle the outside of wiggle the mirror, and you can pull it actually all the way through. Pull the harness out, and this is how you remove that mirror. If you look on the bottom side, there is a little tab or a hook thing. Pretty much it's to prevent it, if you're doing this alone, it's once you get those 3 mounting screws out, it's to prevent it from just falling onto the floor. And that actually hooks in there and holds it. So when it's in there, you gotta kind of wiggle it out and it pops out of there. And so that's how you remove the mirror.